Hello, and welcome to our Midlife Thriving Fundamentals Insight session. I guess the first thing we'd like to do is to introduce ourselves to you, but rather than introduce myself, I'm going to hand that one over to Aaron because we were in a conversation last week and I was tickled because he was so excited about something specific in our collaboration. So, Aaron, over to you.
Thank you, Erica. So my name is Aaron Listhouse, and I'm executive coach. And I work in Manhattan, New York City, in the U.S. And I'd like to introduce you to Sophie Carvin, who is an executive coach in Morpeth in the northeast of England, and Erica Gibbon, who is a functional medical practitioner, nutritionist, and executive coach in Southport in the Northwest. And we all met when we were taking a training in how to be coaches using the positive intelligence framework. And we decided to combine our efforts and our energies and our talents to address a specific need, which is folks who are in the middle part of their life, maybe experiencing career transitions, maybe experiencing life changes, and perhaps some health issues. And we wanted to bring and combine our areas of expertise so that we can address the growing population of folks our age and younger who are experiencing the world and as the world changes and would like to make some changes in themselves in order to meet the challenges that they face head on and live a life of productivity and satisfaction. And so we created Midlife Thriving, which is a course devoted to helping folks really master this part of their lives.
Great, thanks, Aaron. And just talking about this program, we're introducing people to Midlife Thriving Fundamentals, which is our foundation program. How would you describe it, Erica?
Well, I almost remember the exact moment when we were talking together a while after we met, and something just clicked, which is the way that I've thought about midlife thriving fundamentals ever since that day, really, which is depicted in this diagram here. So until I met you both, I was practicing nutrition and functional medicine to help people with generally issues and symptoms in their body. But I was also doing a lot of coaching and mindset work separately with people. And we had this conversation, you probably remember it too. And we just came up with this rubric that's depicted here. And it struck me the mind body connection, which I always talk about and I think is so important, and how the nervous system connects everything together. So on the one side, we've got the psychology, the mental fitness, how to navigate our challenges with a positive mindset, with more ease and flow and less resistance, so that life is generally easier. And on the other side, we've got the physical habit building, diet, lifestyle, better sleep, being able to manage relationships and manage our stress and the chemistry of our stress as well. So when we put it together in this rubric, I just thought, well, the nervous system is central to everything and it links it together, which is a brilliant way to cover both sides and understand how our mind talks to our body and our body talks to our mind for our best health. So I know, Sophie, that you're specifically drawn to positive intelligence, which is part of our Midlife Thriving course, because it's based on science. Do you want to explain a little bit about that?
Yes, I mean, there are so many programs out there that do great things, but what I particularly loved about and drew me to positive intelligence, which, as you say, we use as the foundation of the fundamentals program, is both the fact that it's built on science, it's been tested with literally hundreds of thousands of people right across the world, and also it's they built a very user-friendly, app-driven structure that's all about interrupting our normal habits, and it's a way of really changing the way we think about things. And the fact that it's based on their own research, but also the neuroscience, the cognitive behavioral psychology, positive psychology, and performance science, just gives it that credibility and that underpinning that enables people to go, oh, actually, I can work with this. So yes, for me, it's a really valuable program. And Aaron, how would you describe the program in relation to insight versus building mental muscle?
It's actually the thing that I think makes this program really effective. It's one thing to have insight, and it's one thing to understand why we have the behaviors we have, why it is that I'm a procrastinator, or why it is that I like to analyze things completely before making a decision. But it's quite another thing to have that insight into the behavior and then have tools that will enable you to change what has been an ingrained behavior. And so the focus on building new neural pathways, new sort of ways that your brain functions automatically so that the old habits fall off and you can develop new habits that support the insight that you've gained in the program. That, I think, is why this program is so effective.
Great.
Great.
And
so, Sophie, will you talk about how it all works?
I certainly will. So it's a 13-week program. We run it online. It's typically on a Monday evening if you're in the UK, and Monday lunchtime if you're in New York. And that's worked really well we've had people who've done it at lunchtime, and it's worked really well, interrupting their day. We keep the numbers small for each cohort, because it is about building those relationships and that support. So we have about 8 places on each program. We start the programs at regular intervals during the year. So if you're not able to fit on one program, we can certainly put you at the top of the list for the next one. What it requires is a few minutes of practice and journaling each day. There are videos for learning at weekends, which you can break down into chunks and fit around your schedule. And then we meet once a week, as I've mentioned, on a Monday. And we also have a WhatsApp group, and that's one of the most powerful elements of this program, is the support, encouragement, accountability of your colleagues that are also on the program, and also having the support of one of us coaches each day. So we ask a daily check-in, and it can just be emoji or it can be a longer description. So that's what the program looks like. And Erica, why might somebody want to do this program? What's the benefit?
Well, we've talked so much about what we feel is important in life. And that's why the 3 of us came together, isn't it? So when we were designing this program and thinking about what other people might benefit from as well, it was that je ne sais quoi, that being able to enjoy life that you can't necessarily put into words. And that's when I remembered this quote from Hans Christian Andersen, which is one of my favorites. So, just living isn't enough, said the butterfly. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. So I guess what we're trying to do is bring joy to people's lives, to take out the difficulty and the challenges and the fighting against life, and to help people bring in ease and flow, and to show and explain and help people understand how things can be easier. So it's for people, if you want to improve your quality of life, it's time for you to let go of old feelings that are keeping you stuck, then would you like to join our next cohort? Because that's what it's all about. If you'd like to find out more, you can go to our website at www.mymidlifethriving.com. And we've got some testimonials there as well. So previous participants and what it's done for them. And I think that you'll find that really interesting reading. If you've got any questions, you can contact us, and we run regular live full insight sessions as well if you would like to come on one of those workshops, which is longer than this short session, so that you can pick up some tools at the same time. And there is never any pressure to join. We simply explain to you what this is about, and if it's right for you, we would love to see you on one of our programs, or contact us to have a chat.